I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup. San Francisco 49ers and the New York Jets.
So,
With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action. Brandon Gunn, Bruce Secaucus across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive as we have at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. It should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the San Francisco 49ers. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gunn with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive down for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're back up to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
4 yards the results on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And these are the guys we're about to see down on the turf in just a moment.
Joe Staley, the left tackle, one of the most respected players in the league, as well as one of the most talented.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, it's Coleman. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Have a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Linebackers still off in control defenses, and C.J. Mosley does exactly that for his. A Pro Bowler 3 of his first 4 years. Not only can he run and hit, he diagnoses plays so well, feels them out, and makes sure his team is organized and in the right spot on each and every snap.
And they look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throws Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. That's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Darnold from the gun. On the catch, it's Crowder. 10 yards on the pickup there, it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake with the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
The first down run with Bell is he'll get about 6 there. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. The offensive starters now for the Jets.
I don't know about you, but I love a good undrafted free agent success story. So let's take a look at Robbie Anderson, wide receiver, because in 2017, 63 catches, 941 yards, and a strong candidate for the Pro Bowl. Didn't quite get there, but was knocking on the door. How about that for an undrafted free agent out of Temple, now making good in the NFL?
Back to throw, Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you get a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and make the offense move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
The right play, yeah.
That too.
And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quick. You got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's Coleman here. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks that I know, that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Bell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Sanford University in Alabama. And he's a guy who's an absolute flash at the safety position.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. A play fake, and it's Donald. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, the Jets turn things over to Locke Edwards to punt it. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for the touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Looking from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Coleman on the draw. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Ryan threw that time there to get a hand on it.
So they're going to get ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Well, the run on first down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Is it bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now on 2nd and 16, Darnold. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Was not crippled by the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got it out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Niners are going offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and end up in the end zone.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Henry Anderson there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter. A lot of room there, but there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Open man is Bill. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. This one complete to Coleman. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down 49ers.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. Now a little step ball. Coleman lost it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. And ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Here we go. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
You can get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on first and second down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing his Garoppolo on third down. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there at third down.
But if there's a time to force, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Gould is able to put it through. And that will make it 6-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped for the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I say don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Darnold trying to hustle everybody along with the clock moving. From the 30 on second down, Darnold gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Right there, 56. Tackle.
On first and 10, Darnold. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on second and 10. Darnold caught here by Bell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing nowadays.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10.
You got nothing.
To the air again, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring it second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. He's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here we go.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here on this first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, but not that far off. Just got to find a play or two. They could be very happy at that point.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
56 right there, 56.
On first down, Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gets past one man. The dump off gets him only one, and now you're looking at a third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Darnold down to throw. That'll going to be knocked away and incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on the punt for New York. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get happy if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to them and keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Got to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired up. That's a big game.
Here we go.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action. motion. It's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you get momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And he missed it. That was either far enough, it wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. You know, close game, second half, you obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drive you deserve to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a quarterback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Down by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there, the Jet first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
56 right there, 56.
On 1st down, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Really good defensive effort. They were all on a swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
56 from up, boys. Check 56.
Here's Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These quarterbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys first.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. The Jets on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And inside the tray before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you got to be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to walk through.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold, the linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And I'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about it, they did.
They like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, The defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Yes, he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
There'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now the Niner offense is back on the field, and they're going to try for 2 here. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. That now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Darnold and the Jets now. Down by 12. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. A tackle almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That's caught by Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw, Darnold. And Thomas has it. But try. Well, he ran free there after the catch. He's up going for third.
Well, that's something he hadn't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. For this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
And they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And we've reached the 1 minute mark in this game. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold with the left side of his got him in. That's Bell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get them high up, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. Now, wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
And New York set to take the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Darnold now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. They'll look to throw. Found his target, it's Anderson. And we're just inside of 10 seconds to go. They'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. One last throw down for Darnold. He's nowhere from. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
There you have it. 49ers winners, 12-7. Gonna be back with another live stream soon. We just have to set it up, and I'll see you all very soon.